What you are looking at are images of Aurora Borealis taken last night in Asheville, North Carolina, Smithville, Missouri, and Buron, California. Even in the Phoenix metropolitan area in Arizona, I was able to go outside and take these photos. If you were to have gone outside last night at a particular point in 49 out of the 50 U.S. states, sorry Hawaii, not you, you would have been able to see spectacular and strong aurora. This aurora peaked at between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. local time in Phoenix, Arizona on November 11th, which translated to this time in other world time zones. This was all due to the first two parts of a three-part solar storm that impacted Earth last night. Strong auroras were even seen in the southern hemisphere, such as in parts of Chile. But fear not if you missed the aurora last night. You may be able to see it again tonight. Some preliminary forecasts suggest a stronger intensity and more widespread aurora than witnessed last night, specifically during parts of this Wednesday night into Thursday morning. If not for sunlight blocking out visibility of the aurora in some areas, it may be soon visible across as much as 23% of the planet. And yes, before you ask, it is actually possible for you to be too far north in the northern hemisphere or too far south in the southern hemisphere during a strong solar storm that you actually miss out on being able to see aurora, such as in Svalbard, most of Greenland, and most of Nunavut. Auroras, for context, are created when highly charged particles released by the sun slam into Earth's magnetic field, which then flow down towards the magnetic poles. Once these particles reach the upper atmosphere, specifically in the thermosphere, they interact with various gas particles present where they shed some of their energy, causing the atoms to react and release a photon, producing light. Different gases and altitudes in the atmosphere produce different colors during this reaction, with oxygen often creating the color green at 100 to 300 kilometers altitude, red or pink being generated by oxygen at 300 to 400 kilometers elevation, or nitrogen at around 100 kilometers altitude, and purple and blue being generated by helium and hydrogen molecules. Auroras occur constantly due to our star's solar wind, but sometimes unusually energetic outbursts of material occur in what is known as a coronal mass ejection. The size and intensity of the ejection determines the strength of the resulting solar storm on Earth. In the case of the latest event, at 10 a.m. UTC time on November 11th, an X5.1 solar flare occurred, the strongest of 2025, releasing a coronal mass ejection or CME from the Sun's surface and heading towards Earth, which were created by sunspot AR4274, which measures more than 8 times the diameter of Earth or 70,000 miles wide. As a whole, coronal mass ejections occur at a variable rate in an 11-year-long cycle, which correlates with the flipping of the sun's magnetic poles, varying from 1 a week to 3 a day. Currently, we are in a higher than average phase of activity in this 11-year cycle, though on a decreasing trend, translating to here on this chart. About 5% of observed CMEs the sun creates strike Earth, translating to a rate of at least 10 a year. Most of these create small solar storms with limited effects, being rated as a G1 or G2 on a G1 to G5 scale, which is similar to the current hurricane category scale. The solar storm last night, along with what might strike later today or early tomorrow, likely represent G4 storms, marking it as one of the 5 strongest solar storms to strike Earth in the last 20 years. In other words, what we are experiencing is a rare event, so you definitely should head outside tonight sometime today, local and summer conditions dependent. Storms at this designation are classified as severe, often causing various problems to certain types of electronics. In a G4 storm, insufficiently protected satellites can be knocked out or even knocked into a lower orbit, certain radio communications can be disrupted, and scattered power outages can occur. While the current solar storm is indeed quite strong, it is not a huge cause for concern. I hope that everyone can enjoy the spectacular aurora tonight. Hopefully, you did not mind this non-geology science video.